Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back again today with another fantasy football video. Today's video is about Week 4 quarterbacks to stream, the guys that should be available on your waiver wire that you can play this given week, which is Week 4. So before I start the video, I'd like to ask you, could please go down below and click that subscribe button, because not only does it help me, it's also going to help you guys dominate your fantasy football season. I release countless videos every single day. You're watching this on a Thursday, so likely there will be a stream right before the games so that I can get all the sit-start questions out for that Thursday night game. So click that subscribe button, please click that notification bell as well. Let's get right into the video. So the first guy I want to talk about here is Matthew Stafford going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now he is 43.3% owned on NFL.com. Obviously, if you play on ESPN, it's going to be slightly different. Yahoo, all of that, Sleeper, it's all going to be different. So he's a solid week 1 with a so-so past 2 weeks. Week 1 up against Arizona, 385 yards, 3 tutties, 0 picks, 27.6 fantasy points. That was a great game up against a terrible defense. Week 2, LA Chargers, 245 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 15.1 fantasy points. This is for 4-point per passing touchdown leagues. And then week 3, against Philly, 201 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 picks, 12.14 fantasy points. So obviously, these aren't amazing numbers that he's putting up, unlike week 1. I mean, week 2, week 3, not so great. But week 1, he was playing up against the Arizona Cardinals, which is a bad defense. And the Chiefs defense isn't all that good, which is a reason why I think that he's worth and probably going to be one of the better starters this week, probably a top 10 quarterback this week. The Chiefs defense is not that good. Week 1 up against Jacksonville, 26 points allowed. Week 2 against Oakland, they only allowed 10 points, but obviously that's because Oakland is not that good of an offense. Obviously the Lions, better offense than that. Week 3 against Baltimore, 28 points allowed. So I think that Matt Stafford will really be able to get it done this week up against the Kansas City Chiefs defense that, in my opinion, not all that good. Next quarterback to talk about here is Mr. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones of the New York Giants, going up against the Washington Redskins. Now, he has a 46.7% ownership status on ESPN, not on ESPN, on NFL. My bad. I think that Daniel Jones was such a hot pickup because of how he played last week. Great first week against Tampa, 336 yards, 2 touchdowns, 28 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground. That combined for 4 rushing touchdowns. I don't even have his points on the screen, but it was a lot. It was over 30 fantasy points. He played amazing. This week against Washington, I think we will see a slight regression. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be able to run as well. I think that now that they have tape on Daniel Jones in the NFL, the Washington Redskins may be a smart enough of a team to be able to stop it. Now, the Washington Redskins aren't the best team in the NFL, obviously, but NFL coaches can pick up on these type of things, and I think they may be able to contain him less on the rushing aspect, but I still think he's going to be able to sling the ball a lot against Washington. Washington's defense is flat out bad. Week 1 against Philly, 32 points allowed. Week 2 against Dallas, 21 points allowed. Week 3 against the Chicago Bears, 31 points allowed on them. So as you can see, the Chicago offense isn't even really that good, and they scored 31 points. Philadelphia defense doesn't seem to be all that hot, 32 points. Dallas defense, 21 points, or Dallas offense, 21 points. So I'm pretty sure that Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, is going to have a solid game this week against Washington. Is definitely a quarterback that I am looking to stream and that I am streaming in a few leagues. Now the final quarterback to talk about here is Jacoby Brissett, quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts, and he's going up against the Oakland Raiders. 13.9% ownership percentage for him on NFL.com. Now, he had an okay first 3 weeks, but these numbers don't really scare me away from playing him. Week 1 against the Chargers, 190 pass yards, 2 tutties, 9 rush yards, 16.5 fantasy points. Okay game. This is 4-point per passing touchdown, obviously. Week 2 against Tennessee, 146 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 25 rushing yards, 16.3 fantasy points. Week 3 up against Atlanta, 310 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 rushing yards, 20.8 fantasy points. Now, the Raiders' defense also not that good. That's a key to this video. They're all playing against defenses that are not that good. Knock one time if you're with me. The Oakland Raiders defense, not that good. Like I said, week 1 up against the Denver Broncos, 16 points allowed. Week 2, Kansas City. The Chiefs, obviously one of the better offenses in the league, so maybe that's, people might be like, oh, that's an anomaly, 28 points allowed. And then week 3, Kirk Cousins and Minnesota, 34 points allowed. So clearly it's not just the Kansas City offense. Minnesota did it as well with 34 points. So I really do think Jacoby Brissett is in for a good game against the Raiders. As long as he isn't throwing picks and he's able to throw more than 200 yards, around 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, he's going to look pretty solid this week as a streamer for your fantasy football team. So I think you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you chuckled, you enjoyed, you had a great time, you enjoyed the facts, you were like, God damn, that was amazing, click that subscribe button. If you hated the video, click the dislike button. That's fine with me. If you like the button, click the like button. Click that notification bell. Click on one of these videos that's on your screen. Do everything that I said, I am just that kind of a guy. Have a great goddamn day. I love you all. I will see you guys later with some more videos. Or actually, just probably one more video and then probably a live stream. Goodbye, friends. I love you all.